Hi, Nina.
Hi. Look what I have. I've got something today.
Okay.
You see this one?
Potalaka.
Yes, this is the wild purslane.
Okay.
This is the Portulaca oleracea, which is also in the book. And this one supposedly has more nutritious value than any of the cultivars.
Okay.
Any of the other things that looks like this is a cultivar.
Right.
So, the cultivars are easy, and a couple of cultivars are even as edible as this one.
Cultivar means the more domesticated varieties.
Right, it has been kind of made to have beautiful flowers, larger flowers, and more. There is one cultivar with which you have probably, which is a clear, it has a clear but colorful flowers,
Right.
but single petal.
Right.
So that is one, and then there is one which is double petal, almost look like rose.
Okay.
So it's a kind of a progression of that. Both of them are actually.
Domestication of the.
Yeah, both of them are edible. This is the other wild variety of Portulaca. You see how tiny the leaves are.
Yes. We
This-
get that as a carpet.
Yes.
In some of our fields.
Yes,
It'll
and
start
see, it
to-
comes seasonally. You see, it's very characteristic red stem.
Yes.
And you see the leaves so tiny, these tiny leaves. This is quadrifida,
Yes.
Portulaca quadrifida. This actually you find with this little ladies who comes with things in the fairs in the market will come around this time with this.
You will find it in Pondicherry, on that next to that KBS coffee bar. They're sitting with this.
Yeah, anywhere you have a market and people are actually sitting outside the market
They'll
with the
sell
little
this.
thing, they'll sell this. These are forage food. At this season, they are especially considered very good to eat because it's also deworming.
Deworming.
This particular one is also very
I
good
read
for
that
deworming.
for the Portulaca, it's very high in omega-3, and it's very good for autism, for ADHD, for everything. on
All
that level.
kind. It's actually in WHO. This is actually named as the most widely used herb in the world.
Oh, really?
Yes, so
Okay.
it has a status beyond, and it's found almost all continents.
We
so
see
it's
the
really
picture.
yes, and we have actually two in this book. Okay, right here.
Okay.
You see, this is the wilder one.
Yeah.
Which is, you see, the petals are very simple.
More singular, yeah.
Yes, and a little more, fuller petals.
Right.
That is
Slightly larger from the size.
Umbraticula.
Okay.
Umbraticula, which is a little cultivar, equally edible. You see the difference in the leaves also a little.
Right.
This is more roundish.
Right.
The wilder one. This is
Slightly more
sometimes
pointy.
Yeah, but it can be roundish, can be pointy, kind of in between.
And we have a local name as little hogweed.
That's the common name.
common
the
name.
local name is actually Parupukire.
Parapagir in Tamil,
Yeah,
yeah.
and it has high protein.
Right.
So that's parapu it's dal.
Right.
It's lentils.
Yes.
So the lentils have high protein.
Right.
So kind of it matches that
Very nice.
character.
Nice.
And this one is wing pod purslane, the umbraticula. If you really Portulaca, all Portulacas are called Portulaca because it has a port. It has a door.
Okay.
The seed has a door.
Oh, that's why.
So it has a little cap coming
Yeah.
out. So the
Porta
seeds.
is door in
Latin,
In
yeah.
Latin, okay.
So all the seeds come out of that, and this is wing pod purslane because around that seed pod there's a little wing-like thing around.
Okay.
So that's what
Nice.
makes it.
How beautiful, lovely.
Okay, should
Where
we
is it in this?
look at that?
Okay, so the
So
yellow
you see,
flowers.
it can be other color.
Right.
But even if it is yellow, it's a different. You can make out the difference.
Right,
I deliberately made it yellow because it can be yellow too.
right.
But yellow doesn't make it, one or the other. So
Right.
it's
Nice.
okay. So should we
Let's go and find it.
Yes.
So this area we had done circle gardens, Nina, and we were always using this portulaca as an element in the circle garden. It's so easy for people to grow.
Yes, actually, even without effort, you can even check your pots, and they might be growing without you knowing even.
Look, right
Oh, there
here.
you go.
This is nice.
At the edge of the circle garden.
Yeah.
I'm sure that it's coming by itself.
Yeah.
And yeah, you just told that somebody in the cafe has incorporated it in their food.
Yeah, we've been using it for years
Yeah.
in the cafe, and you cook with it, but you have it raw in salads.
Yeah.
But I think Mathilde in Mark's cafe, is very, very progressively, she started to integrate that a variety of these weeds, and not only this one into her salads.
She got my book very recently, and I think they're starting to incorporate
That's
things.
wonderful.
That's the
Very
thing you
little
want.
flowers.
There's a little flower, it's coming, and it's clearly red, which
Right.
means this is clearly a cultivar.
Right.
It's not the wild variety, but it's an edible edible variety. And so this is awesome. As you have already mentioned, it's high on antioxidant. Oh, by the way, I wanted to point out, you see the stem, which is actually reddish. Because this plant, nobody quite knows. Like somebody says it's originated in India, some says originated in America. Who knows? Basically, that when something like that happens, you know that they don't know.
Right.
Nobody
Sure.
nobody quite knows. But for sure, it exists in all continents. And in some places, because for the uninitiated, it may look very similar to another plant. The difference is if you break it, you see there is no. It's kind of succulent. The stalk is reddish, or it can be darker red, and there is no latex. There is no milk
There's
coming.
no latex, right? Yes.
So if there's milk coming, that's not the one you want to eat.
Right. No.
So-
We won't want those ones, no.
So that's very clear.
Well, this is I know that there's a friend of mine in Italy. He has this. It's very common in America. It's common.
It's very common. It's common everywhere.
It's so nice. It's so crunchy and tasty.
It can be eaten as raw young. It can be even dried, They can even dry and keep it the powder because it's so good for you.
Really?
Yeah, and also in Armenia in West Asia, they're pickled. They're kept pickled, almost like you would pickle
Really?
gherkins and things like that, because it's slightly sour, and it adds to the taste, and it also adds to the the goodness
And I
that
think
there
just
is.
if we demonstrate how we grow it, that would be nice. We just
Yeah.
break a piece off, and we a small trench in the ground like
Yes,
that.
and just put
lay
on.
it flat and cover it, and that's it.
Yeah,
Nothing more to do than that.
Yeah, the science of it is that at least 2 to 3 nodes should be in the
Right.
in the soil. And if you do not have a moist soil, then put it in the little jars of
Yeah,
water, and just like basil or anything else,
Anything,
it grows. It's
We
wonderful.
don't realize how many plants actually work like that, from
Yeah.
tomatoes to eggplants, anything. No, it's amazing.
This one is also a source of salt.
Salt.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
So you can actually, that's why while cooking, it is best to saute and all that at first and add the salt last.
Okay.
Because depending on how the plant, where it has grown, it may have accumulated more salt than the other, because it
Okay.
has the tendency of holding salt. So it
Okay.
can be already naturally salty. You don't need to salt even. Come with its own condiments.
Salt.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Such a lovely plant. And
Yes.
I think the mother she gives me the name Sri Aurobindo's Compassion is just
I think so.
in this one.
Let
and,
me check. We have
We
the
use your book as a
names.
reference.
Yes. So
Not
no,
mentioned there.
no. So this particular one doesn't have. Yeah.
But it's a beautiful plant, and it should be used everywhere. We really should be using that.
See, the Hindi name is Lunia.
Means?
Anything, it means salty.
Okay.
So it's also, and also
A
it's
reference.
such a variety of conditions that it addresses, and it's you name it. It's detox. It is supposed to be good for arthritis, good for diuretic, good for kidney. So range-wise, like if you have to have one weed I want to eat, it's naturally
It's a very
goes
wide
to
spectrum of diseases,
Ve-
right?
Very wide spectrum. Basically, it's overall good health. You know, so if
And
you
it
want to
grows
eat it,
easily.
it grows easily.
It uses less water.
Right, right, and it
Tastes
holds
great.
water. It holds water, and it looks beautiful.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
if you look
We
at
have
it,
it at the cafe
the
as a
pretty one.
decorative plant.
Yeah, there you go. So have you been eating and growing purslane? If not, just check if you have a few pots at home. Check in there, you might actually find this purslane, and if you do, incorporate in your food. And we are coming very close to our crowdfunding campaign launching. So if you haven't already, subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit the notification bell, and put your email in the link that is provided in the description, and we'll get back to you soon.
மனம் எல்லாம் உன்னை